Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Intel has told us there are at least 7.
Okay, I already see one. Give him. Okay.
They're the same picture.
Hey there, fishermen. Aqua Duelist here, and I am finally back, guys. I had a really fun time on vacation. Really enjoyed it. It was just very much needed. Took a couple extra days off to take care of some family things once I got back, but I am back, guys. We're making videos again. So today for you guys, I got a Icejade deck profile. Now, I've been testing Icejades since, basically they got their second wave of support. I picked up the first wave when it came out. And, just I've been messing with it, since that initial second wave. Just tested it for so long, and at that point, I felt like the deck still kind of needed a little more, so I was essentially just waiting to see if it would get more support, because at that time, we were going to at least get one more card, and, eventually, shortly after, we got Synchro, and then the last core set, we just got a new main deck monster, which really does make a difference, so as long as I've been testing this deck, I am so happy to finally be doing a deck profile on it. I absolutely love it. It is definitely just very... I don't know, I feel like it's a very underrated water deck. So, right off the bat, guys, we're playing 3 copies of Icejade Cosmic Lore. Now, we are playing a variant here that wants to do the whole Icejade lock, which is basically like a one-side skill drain. This is one of the 3 cards you do need. If there's a field spell, it special summons itself, and then if you have the Icejade field spell on the field, you basically get to negate the effects of your opponent's monsters that turn they are summoned, so that's really good. Next up, playing 3 copies of Icejade Tamora. Tamora, her whole thing is basically you discard her, and you can special summon a water monster in your hand. So basically kind of use her as a way to, in a sense, set up for Deep Sea Aria, because we do play 2 of those. And just, a good little way to get another little free body on the field. Next up is Icejade Adrienne. So this basically gets you a Icejade spell or trap. But we're not playing the trap, we're playing the spells, so yeah. So this can essentially get you one of your 3 pieces, because you can grab Cradle, which can grab Cosmic Lore, or you can grab the field spell or Curse, so yeah. Next up, 3 copies of the new card, Icejade Ran Argerine. So this card is just, it's so good. So basically you discard a water monster and you special summon it, and then you get a level 3 token. As long as the token's on the field, you're pretty much locked into like Synchro summoning water. But it's essentially a free summon. It's a free level 10. If you're playing just a generic water Synchro deck, it's level 7 right there. So, and then the token's level 3. So, it just kind of sets you up for some nice plays. This card just, I feel, was a major buff to Deep Sea Diva, because now Deep Sea Diva is basically 2 level 10 synchros now. If you just get to pop off with it. So, yeah, it just made Deep Sea Diva better if you're essentially not able to go for the full lock. You have like a secondary kind of game plan now, in a sense, kinda. 2 copies of the Creation Kingfisher. Kingfisher's not bad. It's kind of like there for, kind of removal, essentially. I don't play any of the level 4s. I tried out and tested, playing a couple, I think it was 2 of one of them and then 1 of the other, and I just didn't really like the level 4s all that much, so this is it for the Icejade monsters, guys. So, for the other water monsters that we do play a Deep Sea Diva package, which is 3 Deep Sea Diva, and then we also play 1 copy of Guitar Gunnard's Duo Ignis. So basically, the whole thing is you normal summon this, or normal summon Diva, special summon this from deck, banish 2 monsters from the top of your opponent, or 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck, and then double her level, and then you can basically go for the level 7 Synchro, which then can just summon any level 4 lower water monster from deck. So, you know, you can summon the level 3 Icejade, which essentially just, you know, gets you any of the spells. So, yeah, it's really freaking good. Cards just absolutely love it. Deep Sea Diva is just so fucking good. Like, just, this card's always been really freaking good. So, next up for another water package I'm playing, 3 copies of Abyss Shark with 2 copies of Silent Angler here. So, for these 5 slots, I did try out, like, a lot of stuff over time. At one point, I was playing, Cross Out Designator, that's what it was, with, like, an Ash and a Nib, because I don't like Ash or Nib. Didn't really like the whole thing with Cross Out. Tried out some other stuff. Ultimately, this is what I felt was just, like, the best for, you know, this little, you know, just these 5 slots, really. Honestly, Kragan, I mean, ever since Kragan came out, I've been playing with Kragan. Kragan is just really good. So having just this little package, I feel, is just really awesome. And it's a nice little, in a sense, push for the deck. Because honestly, besides, you know, the Icejade lock, which is mostly just a one-side skill drain, Icejade standalone don't really do a whole lot beyond that. I mean, you know, they synchro summon, and they can synchro summon pretty well now. But just having a nice little extra push is, I feel, just really nice. And I felt like this deck just really needed that push for quite some time. So yeah, please excuse my cat Hestia, as she has decided that, you know, the mat is now hers. So going on to the spells, play 3 copies of the field spell, Enotion Cradle, I think is how it's pronounced. So this basically, when you activate it, you can add an Icejade from your grave to the hand, and if your opponent summons a monster, you can basically target a water monster you control. Their monster loses attack equal to the attack of the water monster. So basically, this just helps get over something in a sense, and, you know, just gets the Icejades out of the grave back into the hand. Next up is 3 copies of Cradle. Cradle is essentially the Rhoda for the deck. Not once per turn. Absolutely fucking stupid. Had games where I've activated, like, both in one turn, and people just are like, that's not once per turn? What? So yeah, like, it's just pretty stupid. So next up is 3 copies of Curse. Most people are going to want to play 2 Curse if they're actually going down this route with Icejades. Because Icejades, I feel, now that we got Ran Arginine, really just kind of like a good synchro summon package, essentially. But if you want to go down this route, most people are going to play 2. I'm playing 3 because the thing is, you basically want to see pretty much 2 of the 3 cards needed, essentially, to get into the lock, or, you know, like this, or like one of the cards, like one of those, or one piece for the lock, and then, you know, at least like one of the things that can go into it. Yeah, it's just, I feel like if you're really going to go down this route, you should be playing it at 3. You want to see, you know, you want to see 1 copy of it at least. But, you know, when you're playing stuff at 3, you do have the chance to brick, but you just, the game plan is basically skill draining your opponent. That's like the main thing that they do, or Icejades want to do, kinda. This and synchro summoning. So this will basically make it to where your opponents monsters can't use their effects the turn after they're summoned. So like this with Cosmoclore and the field spell, here's the field spell. Here it is. So basically, you get these three, you're pretty much golden on the lock right there. You got it, you pulled it off. And it's not hard to do, it's fairly consistent. So next up, 3 copies of Icejade Manifestation. I know a lot of people probably have mixed opinions on this card. But the way I see it is this card is basically like Icejade's version of Triple Tax Talent. So if you get like hand trapped or something, you basically get to add any Icejade from deck to hand. And then it's got like another effect in Grave where if your opponent just, outs, one of your Icejades, except by, just destroying it, you get to banish a card they control, basically. So, it's nice. Kind of just being, I guess you could say somewhat of like a triple tax talent in a sense. Kinda, I guess. I don't know, I feel like it's like a discount version for Icejades. I feel like it's not triple tax talent, but it kind of does stuff if your opponent basically tries to like hand trap you and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. I do like it. I play it at 3. Card's definitely better than a lot of people think. So next up, I play 2 copies of Deep Sea Aria, banish a water monster from your deck or from your graveyard, and then you basically add Deep Sea Diva. That's the only card you want to add. No reason for you to add Duo Ignis. So played it at 3 for a while. 3 was a bit too bricky. Went down to 2, and I love this ratio. Don't have any issues with it. Next up for the power 1-ofs, 1 terraforming to get to the field spell. 1 call by the grave, just more hand trap protection. And then 1 Upstart Goblin, so we can officially play a 39 card deck. It's Upstart Goblin. There's not much else to say right there. But if you got anything else you want to put in that slot, go for it. I just felt like Upstart was honestly the best thing. So for the extra deck, guys, so for Synchros, I'm playing 2 of the Gamir Argerine. So this is basically like protection. The reason why I play 2 though is sometimes there's times where I want to make a Synchro and then just use it for an XC summon. So I felt like just this was one of the safe options of just playing 2 of. It's not expensive, and it's just nobody's going to expect you to particularly have 2 of these. Like I said, I really just wanted another level 10 Synchro to play, mainly just as kind of like a throwaway to go into an XC summon, because I do have some spicy tech that's based like an OTK. So yeah. Then I do play the 1 copy of Chen Ying. This with the Icejade Synchro is very freaking good, like in tandem with each other, because banishing stuff, like that's kind of what's going on here. So yeah, just really good combination in tandem with each other. So 1 Baron, obviously. We're making level 10 Synchros. No reason, like Baron's the best level 10 Synchro in the game, so yeah, no brainer. 1 Ruddy Rose Dragon, another good level 10 Synchro. My last Synchro is the Deep Sea Prima Donna. You need it for the I can't think of it. Deep Sea Diva combo. So that's it for the Synchros. Now going to the links. I'm playing 1 copy of I can't think of it. Almirage. You kind of need it sometimes in case you have to normal summon the Adrian, the level 3 version. There's times where it's like I would summon it, I would summon it and then basically, you know, banish the Ardreen off of why can't I think of it? Deep Sea Aria, that's what it was. So yeah, there's like some weird scenarios where that kind of comes up. One copy of Coral Enemy, and then obviously with that, one copy of Zelantis. This little combo is really freaking stupid. Basically just banish all your opponent's monsters. Can't really do anything about it. So, really nice little thing. For XEs, I play one copy of Gust of Max, and then with that, I also play the one Libby. Basically OTK, or, you know, Gaga Cowboy for game, basically, but, you know, bigger. Then, obviously, since I am playing the Abyss Sharks and the, Silent Anglers, I am playing the 2 Kragans with the 2 Kragan spawns. Kragan's good. Kragan is honestly just a really amazing generic water XC. It's just so good. Can't really say anything bad about it. It's just, you know, once I went to locals and topped with Kragan Control, there was a short time where basically everybody was trying to play Kragan in their deck if they could. I remember, like, I think it was like 2 weeks in a row, I think we had like, I want to say half the people were playing like Kragan in their extra deck. It was just really stupid. So yeah, Kragan's really freaking good, guys. So yeah, so guys, this is the Icejade deck profile. I hope you all really enjoyed it. This is more of like that, you know, just Icejade lock type of style. There's a whole nother thing you can do with Icejade, mainly just for like synchro summoning. Do have like kind of like another deck I've been kind of playing around with that does use Icejade, some Icejades, but not like, you know, this. This is more of like Icejade is the game plan, whereas the other thing I'm working on, it's like, it's just another synchro engine. So yeah, we'll probably see some more Icejade stuff in the future, because I am really liking the archetype. There's some really interesting things you can do with them. So I hope you all really enjoyed this deck profile, guys. Go ahead and harpoon that like button, harpoon that subscribe button. Really helps the channel out. Link in the description down below. My Instagram, I am trying to get back on there and, you know, be posting and stuff, because I just went off on that for a few months. Just was kind of hard for me to, you know, keep up with that with everything going on. So yeah, but I will see y'all in the next video, guys.